Hey, what's up, guys? Before the episode starts, remember that this Sunday, Tio Nacho versus Ben Affleck is gonna happen. So you use hashtag Team Nacho if you're rooting for Team Nacho, this guy on the left, or if you're going to the guy on the right, use hashtag Team Affleck. And tweet a picture if you're Team Affleck, use color red, color red shirt, and if you're Team Nacho, use Team Blue. So we'll see you then, and I'll leave you with this episode of the Trash Talk Podcast.
All right.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Trash Talk Podcast. Today we have some lows. Ryan is not here because he's being a nerd and in college. So,
What a nerd.
yeah, what a fucking nerd. So today we have our replacement. Well, I mean, not really, but
Substitute.
yeah, that sounds less bad. We have Thomas, aka Bonehead, aka I Love Weed, aka
Yeah. What else am I? I don't know.
yeah.
Daddy Wheat. There you go. Oh, you know the way I changed my name to Bonehead or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
The first comment I got on the video was someone being like, "Thanks, Daddy Bone." I'm like, no, it's the whole reason. I didn't want it.
Daddy Bone sounds worse.
It sounds worse. Yeah,
Sounds
it's worse.
yeah.
It's way worse.
Sounds like
Anyway.
sounds like a I don't know,
Yeah.
like a
Someone was like someone was like oh, bone, daddy bone, give me that bone, and I'm like, no, this is all I wanted to fucking avoid is the constant.
daddying.
And listen, I appreciate it, okay, thanks for telling me I am attractive, but stop with the sex things on my videos and in Skype, or not Skype, what is it, Snapchat? Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
anyway, that's a whole
I
other
don't know.
thing.
I feel like Daddy
But-
Bone is a whole genre on Pornhub for some reason. I don't know why. But I guess that, the Daddy Wheat thing started a bit more innocent because you just said like, "Oh, I have too many kids" or something. And
Mm,
I mean I guess that's better than Daddy Bone.
mm,
Anyways,
yeah, got that. But yeah.
so, we're back. We got a couple stories. You got suspended on Twitter. Can we talk about that?
Sure. Okay. So you know the way I've had a couple Twitter beefs with like I made a Hannah Forcier video like 2 years ago something or a year ago,
Yeah.
and people were all angry and got mad, and I had a bunch of Twitter beefs, and people got my video removed and they were angry.
Yeah.
And I understand why, and I understand that I now understand how I could have avoided all of that, but like by just changing the name of the video, not having bitch in the title. But anyway,
Yeah.
but like that way I wouldn't have gotten removed.
Suspended.
But aside from that, uh, and I've had things like me and Megapie having a big fight over Twitter, and him also getting my video removed
Oh.
and stuff like that. So, but what ended up doing it was that a friend of mine, I took a Snapchat story from him or something like that,
Yeah.
and I put it on Twitter, and he was like, "How dare you steal my Snapchat story?" It was
Yeah.
a joke, and then he reported me because he didn't think it would do anything,
Oh.
but it just got my fucking entire Twitter suspended because Twitter is really cracking down on their shit with like trying to get rid of people who are bad. So like he was doing it as a joke, and then I just got completely removed. So it wasn't like it's like in a horror movie, like you make it through like being shot 12 times, and then in the end you trip on a rock and break your skull or something. Like it's the equivalent of that. It was
Yeah.
so stupid.
I
But yeah.
I think it was it Fearavine? Because like I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
I
it was
remember
for-
opening
it's for-
I remember opening my Twitter that day, and I just saw, guess who just got Daddy Weed banned?
Yeah, me. And he I don't know. I don't think he cares too much, but I'm just kind of like, well, I have more followers on the new one, which is nice, but still, I'm angry because I had some good tweets on there and some nice pictures, and I had some people who were following me, and I was following them, and like now they're not, and I don't have any other way to contact them because
Oh.
they were popular people. Like they have like like they have like 20,000 followers or something on Twitter, and I can't
Oh,
contact them any other way.
oh,
So, yeah.
oh,
But
that.
it's fine, I guess.
Well,
I'll figure it out
yeah, it
or
kind of
something.
sucks though. But
Well, yeah, because let me give you a little bit of an inside scoop. I'm thinking of doing interviews with like YouTubers that not just like with YouTubers that I've talked about, like made videos on, which would be
okay.
very fun and interesting. And one of them I was talking with, and I was pretty fun and chill with him. And now, but he kind of just went offline and no one and wasn't talking to anyone anymore. And then now that my Twitter's gone, I and his YouTube
Uh,
channel's gone, I wanted to talk to him about it, but I can't now, so that's shit.
wow, that's pretty.
But anyway.
That's pretty bad.
But yeah, anyway, other than that, yeah, it was just a dumb thing, and I'm mad about it. But at the moment, I don't care because it's been a while. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, anyway, I know who Fear of Vine. He's a pretty funny guy. I miss him. I really like his video
yeah.
where he mails himself.
No, that I was there. I filmed that video. It was
Oh,
great.
oh yeah, you were in that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that was,
Yeah,
but yeah.
he was in one of my videos, and when I finished editing and I didn't have his part, I was like, man, this video sucks. And then he sent me, his bit, and I was like, wow, this single-handedly saved it. Because I don't know how he does it, but I guess funny. I don't know.
He does. I don't know. He sometimes will just be like he's much funnier just when he's talking to me. Because I used to do gaming videos, and whenever he was there, he'd be like we had such a good I guess rapport rapport together. Yeah, because
Okay.
we would just back and forth like freestyle talking. We would be great. And I think just when we're talking normally in Skype or whatever, he'll just kill me with these great jokes. And then like when he tries to make videos, he makes one, and then me and him just kind of then are like, well, that video is shit, and he's like, I know. So like we always make fun of each other's videos and stuff. But I think we're both much funnier just as free-handed, like
Yeah.
just off
Off
the cuff
camera.
comments or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like which is why I'd like to do I don't know interviews or streams or something because I think I'm scripted. I'm shit. I'm like
Yeah.
not funny. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But anyway.
when I have to do a serious video, I feel like I have to really do a script because otherwise I feel like I'm just, saying nonsense. Because like if I have a
Mm,
script, I can go through it again. Though I feel like I'm less
yeah,
natural reading off a script though. So
yeah. It's just trying to merge like you talking about something and then like the thing you're reading and then kind of inject your emotions into it even though you've pre-written this thing. You know, like if you're trying to be sad about something and you're like you've scripted this thing, you're like, well, I'm obviously it's not that genuine or something like that. Like if you're trying to be like yeah. But anyway, I don't
yeah. So anyway, our top story. Well, last week was pretty crazy. Everybody was
what happened last week.
well. There was a couple of earthquakes on this side of the world. Uh,
Yes, there was that.
it's a weird story. Some people were drinking 7 Up, the soda, and
Mm.
they passed out because apparently someone was putting methamphetamines into 7 Up. So,
Uh,
I guess they thought they were drinking Red Bull by accident. So,
yeah,
I mean,
they had wings, all right.
actually, one of them died. So,
Yeah, exactly.
he,
It'll give you wings.
he
A
literally
nice big
got.
halo over your head.
He's in the sky. Not the way he wanted it,
Mm,
but
none of you wanted it.
uh, and
Yeah.
if we go back even, I guess, backwards in time, we will find the H3 drama that unfolded. Essentially, this goes back to when PewDiePie said nigger in the stream. And
Yes.
I mean, I saw a really funny comment that someone said, and all of this just because someone shot PewDiePie in what's the name of the game? PUBG? What?
I don't know what the game is, but yeah.
You know,
PUBG or something. I don't know. But yeah.
why couldn't they just let PewDiePie win? We could have like saved ourselves all this stuff. It got to a ridiculous point where I was just browsing, the internets, and this article appeared, and it said like, every time PewDiePie has been a racist controversy, and I'm like, yeah, it's been a couple of them, so
There have been a couple of them. Although that kind of shit happens when you're like the most popular. Although, sometimes he's justified in what he does, but then sometimes he's not, and we can get into that.
Yeah, like for example, the times he was accused of being a rapist when he really wasn't, right? Because they were satire, those articles. I mean, I want to believe, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there was the time with the Wall Street Journal.
Mhm.
That like
Yeah,
that he was
yeah,
taken out of context that one time with the death
yeah.
to all
That
Jews.
that time I think he's all right. Yeah, but yeah.
But this time with like shouting out nigger like with no reason.
Yeah, for no reason, with no context, aggressively at someone like because he hates them or whatever.
Yeah,
So
so like I don't think we can like be like, hey, but I mean he apologized. Like he didn't go like
yeah,
on
he
a
wasn't like I should be allowed.
he
But yeah.
no he didn't go like on a ten of monkeys. Is it like I didn't know what it was. I thought it meant homie.
Yeah, it's an emoji. Yeah. No, he couldn't because of the previous controversy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, and then H3, said he was disappointed and everybody thought, he was a social justice warrior.
Or backstabbing him or whatever.
Yeah, and then, well, shit went down. I did watch that podcast. Not the one where he says the things about PewDiePie, but like after where he's with Jack's Films and commented a kid.
Yeah.
And he basically he tells that he says that Keemstar and Scares are the ones that started, and when they actually were just reporting it, but
Mm.
I guess
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
sorry, I was just gonna say I can hear. I heard myself in an echo, and I was like, "Oh no, this is how I die. I'm being sent into purgatory."
Did you drink
But yeah,
Seven
no,
Up? Did you drink 7 Up?
but yeah, no, I was like, I think with the I don't know the two of them, yeah, they're just reporting the news, but in the end, there's always like a little bit of them hyping it up or just staying impartial or whatever. And I know that they both claim like, oh, we're just trying to be unbiased, but I don't know, they're never fully like obviously Keemstar's never unbiased,
Yeah.
but also like when he also in a podcast was like, oh, Philip DeFranco's so stupid because he never gives out his opinion and he just is always in the middle, and he's like, well, if you're also trying to do that on a new show or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just started the fire, right? Like they put in the logs and they were like, throwing the first match. And I mean,
They like, threw in the logs and like put all the lighter fluid on it, and then they like the match, and then someone tips into them and they drop it, and it's like, wow, it's your fault. Okay.
yeah,
It's your
suddenly
fault.
all the commentator channels come on and they're like, well, we're just gonna start dancing around this bonfire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Throwing each other into the bonfire, like. Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering if Leafy made a video, which
Hang on, I'll check right now.
yeah, I was actually about to do that.
Man, I'd love to. I could go on a whole rant about how I hate myself and those channels.
Okay, I mean, we have time, so you can go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Leafy is here. Oh, he's still doing the same old videos about
Yeah.
with women in the thumbnail. Oh, okay. He has a video called "To Everyone That Attacked PewDiePie" or something.
Oh, sorry. So it's like,
I think he's defending PewDiePie.
oh,
Mm.
well, I'm probably gonna watch that later. Probably not. It's kind of weird, that everybody, like, for example, with the items video, everybody talked about Leafy and, they criticized his content. And he didn't decided to change, right? He's still doing the same thing.
Yeah. He did slightly change it a little bit, but he's the same, and he's still very successful. I mean, like you'd be like, oh, compared to what he was making, it's shit, but like he's still making back like so much money. And like what is it? It was revealed, yeah, he's got like almost 3 million in the bank right now.
Yeah. Apparently
Which
his
is
nudes get leaked and other stuff.
yeah. I didn't watch. I didn't look at those. I'm so glad. People are saying they've been scarred for life or something.
They found his chin in some other places, if you know what I mean.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm on his channel right now, and they're all caps, and it's like the catch me outside bitch
yeah,
girl. He's like, he's like she needs to be stopped. Then a PewDiePie video, and then her again, and then her again.
yeah.
So he's
I
still
I
like
used
milking
to
it. And
I used to watch a lot of Leafy.
I never did. I never liked it.
I envy you.
I used to feel physically ill when I watched it. I was like, this is what I don't know. I don't know why, but I can't.
I
Also, he's got merch. He's got merch.
Yeah, he's got merch now that items wear it on his content which I thought was pretty funny. But anyway, I used to watch Leafy, but at the 50th Jacob Sartorius video, I was like, okay, this is boring. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No, I never watched.
you're essentially watching the same video over and over, just with a different title.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if he started doing what like I don't know with his face, because obviously he can film like 10 in a day,
Yeah.
which is obviously why he's so popular because he probably does do that. But yeah, I don't know.
Also, the family friendly thing really fucked him up because, well, he's not family friendly.
Yeah, family. Yeah.
I did it. I watched on H3H this video about a guy who mailed himself. Well, not really. Who just went. He tried to get from England to France on a box, and I'm like, and yeah, on the description it said, "Family friendly PG content."
What? It's like I'm trying to smuggle myself into the country.
Well, luckily he's in the Eurozone, so I don't think they're gonna make that big of a deal. He's gonna say, "Hey,
Yeah.
yo, by the way, how's that going? With Brexit and that. How did you feel about that? I mean, I know you're in Ireland, but
Oh, Brexit. Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to.
breakfast.
Okay, but like breakfast. Hang on, I think someone's about to call on Skype, and I'm gonna have to make sure I hang up on them real quick. I don't know how to turn. Actually, I'll just quit Skype. That's a much better solution. What am I doing? Okay, but yeah, Brexit doesn't affect. I mean, it's shit that I can't go up north anymore. Hang on. Sorry, but yeah, I can't go up north anymore, which is annoying because like I need a passport now to go up instead of just like taking a bus or whatever. But other than that, I don't think it's gonna affect me a huge amount because I, I think the only thing it's gonna affect us with is that more people now want Ireland to also leave
Oh,
because we have a genuine like shit deal in Europe because like I think we're paying 64 million euros a year or something for a German debt that was like was over 5 years ago or something.
oh,
So yeah, it's because the biggest countries are like have to pay the least because they started it, quote unquote.
okay.
Whereas like yeah, countries like Ireland and different places are paying more money for the simple stuff like introducing all the new like €5 and €10 and €20 or whatever. Like introducing all that costs so much money because you have to get it all in and then get all the other money out and whatever. And it's like, why are you
Yeah,
making people spend all this money for no reason?
just to change the
But yeah.
bill.
And now they're getting rid of 1 cent and 2 cents coins because it costs more money to make the coins than it does than they're worth. Like it costs 1.2 cents to make a 1 cent coin, so
Oh.
they're getting rid of the two of those, which is weird. I don't know.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I mean, I've never been to Europe, but I've been to the United States. And
Yeah.
the one thing that they never use, only for like, I don't know, maybe like arcades that are super rare at this point, were, like bills,
Sorry.
like, not coins, essentially. So, I guess like it makes sense. Like, people are using coins less and less. They're,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm,
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, with Brexit, it's just I don't know. It doesn't affect me personally, but I know it could affect me.
okay.
You know.
Okay. I just want to hear it from someone who is on that side of the world.
you hear a lot of people complaining about it, but then
Yeah.
yeah, no, the only thing to come out of it in Ireland is just a lot of people saying we should do that, and it's like we would be so fucked because we unlike UK we don't have our own money, and people are just like, oh, we can just print all our money. It's like we've just gotten all their money, we've just gotten all the new like €5 and all that
Yeah.
shit over, and now we're gonna spend more money making old like some different kind of money, like what the, and then that means when I go over to another country, I'm gonna have to fucking swap my money over and everything.
Yeah.
It's just so much of a hassle. And I know Ireland isn't in a great place because the fact, but like it's not directly affecting me, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's
just,
affecting it's affecting the government, and that's not my problem unless they decide to raise the tax, in which case
yeah, I guess that.
that's my problem. But yeah,
You know, that's. I mean, if they want to
anyway,
change,
politics.
yeah, we could talk about that all day. You know,
I don't understand politics. You know what about? I'm very bad with money. Like not like I just don't understand money and how it works, systems.
like,
I don't know.
you know, I kind of get like money systems, you know,
Yeah.
but like
I barely
exchange
yeah. Go on,
trades
sorry.
and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's just that, yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass as well. Like I don't know. I don't think I'm qualified to talk about politics. I just have a base understanding of what it is, and then I'm like, maybe this is a good option. And then people are like, that would put them in bankruptcy, and I'm like, sorry, I don't understand. Like yeah.
Yeah, I hope you never like own a big company and like in the size of Coca-Cola or something like that.
The size of Coca-Cola. What a company. But they are pretty big, though, I guess. But like, I don't know. There's the whole thing of.
7-Up.
I feel like we should. I feel like we should be. Goddamn. I feel like we should be taught like I don't know politics and stuff like that in school, but realistically you can't because they change the taxes every year so that you can't get a good grasp of it, so that you mess up with your taxes and therefore the government gets more money even if it's only a slight amount.
Well, I mean,
So, yeah.
they should probably like teach you guys like how to do them.
Yeah. Yeah, even if it's just like a basic, or even just a simple understanding of how it works or how companies. I mean, there are like business classes, but it's weird that they don't just teach you that in general, like
Yeah.
you know, like a common sense.
I mean, because it's
aspect
not
of
like
how to do it.
only the people who go to business class, you know, are the ones
Yeah,
gonna
would
pay
understand, yeah.
taxes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's something weird. Talking about
Mhm.
taxes.
But anyway,
This is the podcast now. We're gonna talk about taxes.
Yes.
I remember.
What if I was like, hey guys, I'm making a podcast, but also it's about taxes and the infrastructure of the government, and then like how
and-
and how like how much money America's pumping into the military, despite the fact that they don't necessarily need it, and all this other shit.
And
And like people are
7-Up.
like, what is this? And it's like I just dissed like Hillel. Why am I getting all this? It's like, yeah.
Oh, by the way, when you got suspended, do you like? Are you still blocked from Kalel or?
Oh, I think at a point she may have unblocked me, but now I'm definitely not blocked by her.
Oh.
But yeah, because it's a different account. I've been considering following her, but then I'm like, why? I don't like any of the things she posts. It would just be a weird stalking thing.
It'd be kind of weird. It'd be like
It'd be like that video
where you're throwing darts
Sorry,
at Kalel.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's like that video where I have like a strings like connecting all pictures of her faces. And, like all that for that video. I really like that video. I like it a lot.
Would you? Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird. I guess
And
it's
I'm gonna watch it right.
it's
I'm gonna watch my video right now.
it's the power of the internet. You know, you can see everything.
Watching it. Oh, that's great. Evil. She's evil. I still have some of those. I think somewhere in my room. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I guess. Well, yeah.
But anyway, go ahead with some of the topics or something like that.
You know, any video ideas that you have? Shane Dawson Part 2. This time you throw cat food instead of fruit.
This time it's personal. Shane Dawson too, Electric Boogaloo. But oh my god, people hate me for that video. It's so, and like, out of all the videos, despite like, it's not like, it might be my second most viewed video, I think.
I like it a
But
lot, that video, actually.
I get comments no, it is my second most. I get comments to this day of people just being like you terrible shit piece of human garbage. How dare you? Hang on, let me see. Yeah, just all this stuff about like how I'm gonna. They hope I die. They want me to live in pain for the rest of my life or something. I'm like, Jesus.
I just threw fruit at myself. Like, what the fuck? But
yeah, that was one of the videos where I went like the least in on Shane Dawson and stuff. And I think people, I don't know, I like some of my quote unquote fans were like, oh, it's good that, you know, it was more of just trying to be funny, and I was like, even though it's not funny, because I was trying to find my feet on good jokes, but I couldn't. The only decent part about it is when I get pelted with fruit. But I think the fun part about it is I go into like comments that have been removed by YouTube for some reason, like for I don't know, for whatever reason, and I'll approve them if they don't have anything like weird or spammy in them. So I'm going through and I'm like, these people who are like, I hope you die in hell, and I'm like, approve this comment. I'm doing it right now as we speak. I hate this video, and I'm approving all these comments because obviously everyone should be allowed to say what they want to say and shit.
yeah.
But, like, I just find it funny how sometimes I'm like, or on Kalal videos or whatever, I'm like approving all these.
Yeah.
comments
Yeah, I do the same. Like, when I get a hate comment, I don't delete it. But there's times they post the same thing twice on the same video. Like, they post "fuck you" but twice. So I delete once. So, like, he doesn't get like, "You already said that, idiot." So I'm doing them a favor. So we talked about when I collabed with Michael, or Fear of Vine.
Yes.
So there's a funny story there. I didn't know he was Irish. So, is he Irish?
Oh no, he's Maltese. He lives in Malta. I lived there for a few years.
Well,
when I was
I didn't know he was from there. So I thought he was, from the United States. So,
no.
So when I saw that,
he does pretty much sound like that sometimes. Yeah.
When I saw he was, when when he replied to me at 6 a.m, I was like so confused. I was like, why does this guy even sleep? But
he doesn't either.
He's a vampire
in his country. Yeah.
So
he. Oh my god, he has a photo of him where he looks like a gay vampire. He's got the hair switched to the left. He's wearing this big like button-up thing. He's got zips all over his body that don't even open. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
but
he did. He used to disguise himself as a panda. No, so
he needs to pretend like he's a human. He needs to pretend like he's attached to this mortal plane.
Okay. Well, I think we've tackled every single topic possible.
Yeah. I actually, when I was coming in here, I was like, "Is this going to be an interview?" And I'm not. I don't know if I'd like that, but I'm glad that this is going well.
Yeah, kudos to that, because like every time I try to invite someone to this podcast, they ask me like, "Oh, what is it about? Does it have a topic?" And I usually tell them, I'm usually like, it's like an interview, and so, you get prize. You're the first guest that, for the first time, says, doesn't really ask the topic. He just goes with the flow. So
yeah, just show up. I mean, I've done podcasts with some fans who've been like have like 10 subscribers, and I'm like, why not? Because it's fun.
Yeah.
And like, and it's pretty cool. I'm not saying. Yes, I like to do charity. My charity, I do, is I go around to fans. I give them.
He's lying. He's charging us
mild attention. No, what the real reason I do it though is I go around and try and suck up maybe 1 or 2 subscribers from every small channel possible, and eventually I will grow. No. Yeah.
I saw the one you did with Sonic Meerkat, who's another funny guy.
Yeah, is that was that the collab I did with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think he could have edited my bit together a little bit better, but I think maybe that's just my fault for not being good at acting and pretending like. And that was also when I was going through the phase of making really depressing like monologues in my videos for no reason. I don't know why I was into that. I think because I was into BoJack Horseman at the time, and I
Oh,
was
I
like,
love
yeah,
that
depressing
show.
monologues. That's the way I want to go.
I love that
I'm
show.
like,
Did you see the new season?
yeah, it's fantastic. I love episode 11 where
Yeah.
it's all past and future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that episode is total mindfuck. I watched it with my sister, when I showed her the first season, she was kind of confused because like she isn't really that into cartoons, but she was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, this is pretty cool." And she actually told me that
It's also pretty sad and depressing.
yeah, but she told actually I before that when Rick and Morty was ending season 1, I was trying to convince her to watch it. And when she finished watching BoJack Horseman, she told me, "Hey, I want to watch Rick and Morty." So I guess it did well. And Rick and Morty is another good show. Here.
Yeah, Rick and Morty season 3 has had a lot of those kind of moments where it's like depressing and monologue-y, and
I kind
the
of,
characters are being real questions.
I
But then they don't change as people either. They don't get better, or they just stay the same or get worse.
I like season 3 has been my least favorite season so far. I mean, it had like Rick Atlantis and this last one, like this one that
Rick Shank Redemption is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think the very first one was great.
yeah, the one that I hated the most was Pickle Rick. I'm sick and tired of Pickle Rick.
It's weird how popular that has gotten, and like
It's
the thing is, it is. I think it's a good episode because like it has it because neither stories have like are balanced because like one story is all set in a therapy room and the other one's set like all fighting and mass murder and like insane action scenes and choreography and fights and great animation, and both of them just kind of come together to make a pretty good episode. But when you take some of the other episodes
Lawnmower Dog.
the very first one,
Oh, yeah.
Rick Shank Redemption,
Yeah.
has like both of the two different storylines, like Summer and Morty, and the Rick one, both have good writing, decent fighting scenes, and then they come together and they're great. And
My favorite episode so
Yeah.
far has been the one they do the cleansing, that they do the purifying.
oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
That's
I
my
like
favorite episode. It cracked some laughs.
It. I love this one with the superheroes. Which is
Oh
great.
yeah, that he builds a ride and Morty is like all psyched up because he's like, oh, he's doing something for me.
He's like, oh, Rick does love me, and then it's like, no, he doesn't. He loves Newt. Everybody get your ass out.
Newt.
Newt. His dick is more big than Newt. It's great.
Wow.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
What a show.
Yeah.
People are doing this huge hate campaign on Twitter now where they're like, just because you like watch Rick and Morty doesn't mean you're smart. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
and
The
all this
same
other
thing is
shit.
happening in Latin America. Like,
They're just getting angry about the fact that it's so popular and
yeah,
that people
but the
like
problem
it,
is
like
that
it.
the fandom is getting really like I don't really mean to hate anyone.
Aggressive.
Like
I guess
like Steven Universe, the fandom with Steven Universe is kind of toxic.
Oh my god, yes, Jesus, God, why?
Oh,
They're so bad.
Not to hate on
Steven
this show,
Universe,
I've never
dear God.
watched it.
Oh no, I've watched
Is it
it.
good?
And let me tell you, it deserves the fandom it has, the fandom of crazy, insane psychopaths
Oh,
who are
crap.
like, if you don't like this show, you just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and the show is filled with like it just doesn't tell you anything about the characters, or the characters are just inconsistent, and like some of them have the ability to literally bring people back from the life, but then in some episodes they can't even beat I don't know, like they can't even beat a bug or something, and then it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like one of them can shapeshift, and like instead of turning into a bird to fly after a villain, that she's just like, oh no, I can't get her.
I find it ironic that it's a lot of the people there with the hate Rick and Morty is over party, essentially, are anime fans. They're just better. yeah. Like a lot of my friends that hate Rick and Morty, but I mean we still get along, are anime fans, and they're just kind of angry because like this big YouTuber, who is kind of known for like promoting cartoons like Rick and Morty here in Latin America, said essentially some things about anime fans that their opinion that didn't count because their avatar was essentially an anime person. So I think that was
I mean,
the reason, but
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
It's just the whole thing, and
I feel like they're also
I
trying
don't
to tip us over like they're trying to make us toxic. Like they want us to respond.
Yeah, well, the thing is with Rick and Morty, I think with season one, it's introducing you to the characters, and season two, it's getting you to like them, and then season three, it's trying to make you dislike them, because all they do in season three so far is make each character like
An
darker,
asshole.
more aggressive and gritty. Yeah, and asshole. Like Beth is getting worse, Jerry's getting worse. Morty's getting more Rick-like, Summer's getting more murderous and rage, and like all the characters are just getting worse as people, which is, I think, what they're trying to do. They're trying to get us to hate them more, which is kind of what BoJack did too.
Yeah.
And I think with season four, they're probably not going to make us like them any more, but I think they're just going to stop with like making us hate them. I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I hope
Who
all the
knows?
fan theories
I'm not a
are
writer.
disproved.
I'm not a writer of the show.
Yeah. We should get.
Oh yeah,
we
fan
should get
theories
Fear
too.
of Vine
Like
to write Rick and Morty. I think that would.
Yeah.
I think he would be.
But like the fan theories are insane though.
There are some that are really
like,
good, and there are some that are, in my opinion, pretty stupid. Like you can disprove them easily.
Like I think some of them make sense, and then some of them. I mean, it's the same with I guess Steven Universe fan theories as well. It's just the difference is I think there's less of those Rick and Morty fan theories, and I think maybe since there's more, it has more of a mainstream appeal than Steven Universe. It doesn't. It has obviously just more people who are just willing to be like, oh yeah, well I just like the show. I'm not gonna be like crazy and like I wonder.
Yeah, like I'll get all the Pickle Rick shirts and rant about it on Twitter and brag about it.
Yeah.
I'm practicing my Rick impression. Morty, you've got to get out of here, Morty.
Oh gee, Rick. Oh no.
Oh jeez, Rick. I mean, I do it better in Spanish. I mean, oh rayos, Rick. Nos vamos.
Dios mío, Rick.
Well,
That's the best I can do.
I kind of want to imagine how it
Dios
sounds
mío, Rick.
in German, but how would that go?
In Japanese, it's insane. Like they're just like, "Hey, we're Morty." It's like what?
What's going on? I've watched this episode 5 times, but in Japanese, I'm not getting.
Who knows? Yeah.
Well, anyways, well, this has been it, guys and gals.
Wait, really?
For this episode of the yes, just that I have to leave right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be.
I was like, because we went through all those topics you wanted to talk about. What was it, fucking H3 drama or whatever? And you're just like, we're done. But okay, yeah, sure.
So yeah, we have to leave now. But we will be back next week. Probably not with Thomas.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel. I'm not posting at the moment because I have a full-time job and no time to do anything. But when I get time, I'm going to be doing some cool shit, like maybe interviewing people I've made fun of. Yeah.
Oh, I hope he doesn't make fun of me. Well, this has been it, guys.
Nerd. Ha.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.